Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. And I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are you? How's things in your world? It's almost Friday. Today's payday, right? You're going to get that fucking check. That fucking douche is going to come by with his gold-toed socks, right? Poke his head in your cubicle. Lay that fucking envelope down, right? And he's going to be talking to you and you're not going to hear him. You're just going to be sitting there smiling. Or maybe it's a lady. Maybe it's a woman. Maybe she's coming along with her sensible shoes, you know? She doesn't have a heel on it, right? She's taking it back, you know? Tell me what to do with my body. How come guys don't have to walk around in high heels? Why do women have to ruin their feet and their fucking lower backs? You know? That's like one of those fucking stories that, like, with this stupid-ass fucking election would actually become like a national story. Some dumb shit like that. You know, complete fucking clickbait horseshit. Who gives a fuck? You know? I don't know. I don't know how people sit down and watch these conventions. My entire life, I've never been able to get through one. They are so fucking cringeworthy. It's so phony. It's so fake. The fucking smiles, those maniacal, like just totally in your head. You know? The candidates at this point, they have to be completely fucking exhausted. They don't want to answer any more fucking questions, and they still have like another 90 days of this shit that they have to go through. You know? You know, like when a team goes to the Super Bowl, right? And you got the 2 weeks right before, and they just fucking sit there all fucking. Reporters run out of questions, and they're just sitting there. That's 2 weeks of that shit, and those players, they go nuts just doing that. This fucking comb-over guy. Fuck am I yawning for? It's only 8:30 at night. This fucking comb-over dude and the clam there, they just keep answering the same fucking questions. It's got to be easier for Trump. You know what I mean? He just has to just make up some shit. Listening to Trump give his speech is no different than fucking listening to me do this podcast. He might as well just be laying there in his fucking underwear, his fucking boxers, and just talking to the American people. Just whatever the fuck he's thinking, he just says it. And then like fucking, you know, whatever, 20 minutes later, somebody corrects him on Twitter. That happens to me all the time. Every time I put out a podcast, somebody goes, hey man, not trying to be a dick, but just let you know, the George Bush thing. I thought they were just making fun of George Bush dancing. I didn't know he was doing it at the fucking, at some, the police officers' funerals, the memorial service, you know. I thought Lewis Hamilton was the upstart driver. They're like, no, it's actually Nico Rosberg. Just every fucking week I do that. But I'm just some shithead. I'm not actually running for office. Oh, you're not, Bill? Thank you for bringing that up. We didn't fucking realize it. So anyways, you truly are a fucking patriot if you could sit through those things, especially this election, because I can't fucking do it. I can't. Oh my God, Rudy Giuliani. When he fucking was going off. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was he? What was going on with him? I love how his voice kept going up, like he thought the crowd was going to go with him, and they didn't really. They kept clapping, but he kept increasing his energy and his passion, and nothing happened. At least when Howard Dean got going crazy, when he did that thing, he was reacting to the energy. At least he was fucking connected to those people. Rudy, I don't know what he was doing. Yeah, I'll tell you, the worst fucking image you could ever picture is Rudy Giuliani banging Hillary Clinton. I mean, just imagine that with his fucking, that look on his face when he was screaming about the cops. And then Hillary, when she, fucking does that smile where her eyes get all wide. All right, I'm going to ruin your fucking day. Picture her bent over with the fucking eyes all wide and that crazy smile. And hid behind like, just fucking banging away. There you go. That's on your fucking hard drive now. You can never erase that. Oh, shit. Look at me. There's another one for the MMP fucking Photoshop right there. Look for that one tomorrow on fucking, I guess today, if you're listening to it. It's tomorrow for me. On the old fucking Twitter sphere. I had such a great time this week. Not having to go in the fucking writer's room has been awesome. Getting caught up in all the shit, around the house and all that type of stuff. It's just a fucking... Only being a comedian is the greatest fucking job. It's the greatest fucking job you could ever fucking have. Just go on stage, act like a fucking idiot, and then afterwards, hang out with a bunch of comics, and then you go home. Then you wait 24 hours. Do it all over again. Apologize for the yawn, and all of a sudden, I don't know. There's just something about listening to my voice that just puts me to sleep. That's how I go to sleep every night. Then I just start talking out loud. I'm singing in the rain, just saying. 20 minutes later, I'm asleep. Anyway, so Monday night, as I mentioned last week, I was going to be doing the goddamn comedy jam. And I busted out the old fucking John Bonham get up. And for the first time ever, I played my Ludwig 71 green sparkle fucking kit. I had my drum teacher swung by the house. He tuned the fucking things up so they sounded great. I'm like, I don't know how they're going to sound in the room. The fucking 2-year anniversary of Josh Adameyer's show, the goddamn Comedy Jam, which has now become a fucking pilot on Comedy Central. The show's just blowing up. So happy for all those guys. They had it at the Roxy down on Sunset Strip. Now, you got to understand, I came of age in the fucking 80s, meaning I didn't get laid till the 90s. Anyway, yeah, that was a rough one for me, right? But basically, the fucking just the bands that were going on, that were, the Sunset Strip was total, the fucking hair metal, the beginning of the metal with fucking Randy Rhoads, when he joined Ozzy and all those fucking guys, and then it went into the hair metal, and then Guns N' Roses pulled it out in the end, and then fucking, Warrant and all those guys, all of that shit happened on the Sunset Strip out here in fucking L.A., and I used to always read about the Whiskey, the Roxy, the Rainbow Room, back when I used to read Hit fucking Parade. Anybody used to read Hit Parade magazine? I fucking loved that magazine. They used to put all the curse words in there and everything. I would actually buy one of those off of fucking eBay. Just to read it, just to see. I read about all of those fucking bands. I knew everybody's name. I knew the names of every fucking drummer. I used to watch all the videos. I used to watch the Headbangers Ball with Randy Rockman. I used to watch the Top 10 Countdown. That was hilarious. It was either like Janet Jackson or some hair metal. I used to think Janet Jackson was like fucking pussy music, but these guys who were wearing lipstick and had their hair all teased up like some desperate soccer mom trying to fall in the last dick of her life, I thought that was fucking guy music, Britney Fox, I've always brought that up, the Girls' School, all that shit, Poison, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, all of that shit, right? I was into all of that. Then I started working in a warehouse, and I worked with these fucking burnouts they weren't burnouts, they smoked weed, but in my world that meant you were a fucking burnout back then, because back then that was considered, it was bad. If you smoked weed, it was illegal. We didn't realize that, it actually helped with your fucking memory. Back then, we thought that, not your memory, it helps with Alzheimer's, whatever the fuck they're claiming. Who knows? The whole fucking weed thing it's like the global warming battle. I just think it's going to go back and forth, and then eventually booze bags like myself will finally give and be like, all right, you guys were right about the weed. Kind of way all the corporations finally went like, you know what? Yeah, global warming is happening, and it is because of us, but, it's too late to fix it now. So I started working with these guys, and they played in a band, and, I came from more of a jock town, right? Everybody just fucking played sports, or you just, I don't know, stood in the corner on a fucking wall during a party, That was basically it. Those were your only two options, the town I was in. And these kids were from a couple towns over, and everybody over there played instruments. And these guys came, I worked with them, they were playing guitar, and they were playing the shit that was on the radio, and I didn't, they were all my age. I was like, he can fucking get that good? That's amazing. And that's right then when I bought my first drum kit. I was 20 years old when I started playing fucking drums. I've done everything late in life. I was always fucking, I had day late and a fucking dollar short, right? And I bought a 5-piece Slingerland kit. At the time, I bought it in 1988, I think, and it was like 10 years old. It was all Bonham sizes, but it was more like the 5-ply ones. It wasn't the 3-ply shells, so they were already starting to fucking make them too heavy. But it was black, and it had, oh God, I can't remember the fucking sizes. It had an 18-inch floor tom, a 24-inch kick, and then what the fuck was the rack? I think it was like a 13. It was really weird sizes. And then later I went down to Al Drew's shop in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. I believe that's where it was. And I found a 16-inch floor tom, which was fucking unbelievable, that matched my kit. Even the badges said Niles, Illinois, sorry. And, you know, there was no fucking eBay back then. There was no way to track down all of this shit that people had lying around the house. I just went into that place. They had all these old drums, and they happened to have that. And I fucking bought that thing. I was 9x13, 10x14, 13, 14, and 18, and a 24 kick. So then I got the 16-inch. So now I had a 6-piece kit, which I thought was the shit. And then I got some roto toms, put them on the other side of the hi-hat because I was watching Alex Van Halen, because it was all about having the biggest fucking kit you could possibly have. And then along came Guns N' Roses and a guy named Steven Adler, and he showed up with a little 4-piece kit, right? Rack tom, floor tom, and his fucking ride sitting in between the two, which was it was the shit. And he got more music out of that than half these fucking guys with double bass drum kicks, fucking 2 toms above each bass drum and 2 floor toms, right? And that just completely changed my life. So long story short, I used to always read up on all that. I try to figure out how to spin the sticks, all of that shit. And back in the day, all you could do was watch MTV and try to figure the shit out, or you just listen to the records. And we had it even better than the kids in the 70s because there was no fucking MTV. Maybe you caught him on, I don't know, Dick Clark fucking show or some shit. So, but all I used to ever hear about was, you know, if you wanted to fucking make it in rock music back then, you had to be down there. So here we are, fucking almost, Jesus Christ, 30 years later. I finally get to fucking go down there on a Monday night, and I got to play drums at the Roxy. It was fucking incredible. And I sucked when we practiced, like on Thursday. I sucked on Sunday. And then during sound check, I was only okay. And I was like, God damn it. I had all these friends coming down. I go, wouldn't you fucking know? Because, you know, I hadn't played since March, and I'm a comedian. So I already sucked even when I was playing. And so I went out, did my set, dressed as fucking Bonham, and I sat down behind the kit. And I don't know what happened. I just took it, I don't know, just kind of, fuck it, right? And I ended up playing, for me, I played great. I had the most fun. I was the loosest that I've ever been, and it was fucking hilarious. I'm playing the song, and Dave Kushner, who does the music for F is for Family and also was in Velvet Revolver, he was playing the song too, and he always, you know, fucks around and shit, makes me laugh. So I had this stupid fake mustache glued to my upper lip, and he was making me laugh, and I knew I couldn't smile or it was going to come off. So then half of it was fucking flapping. He started laughing, and then the thing literally floated off my face, and we were only halfway through the first song, and then I had this stupid bandana around the fucking John Bonham wig. That thing came off. Then the hair was in my face. I looked like the chick from The Ring, and my sunglasses started fogging up. So it's funny. I was on a green sparkle kit dressed as John Bonham, and we were playing AC/DC. None of it made sense. So of course it was, you know, working because, you know, we just fucking around. So then we did Highway to Hell, and in the end, that was the encore. We did Highway to Hell, and then we were bringing everybody out. Burr Kreischer, who fucking destroyed. He opened. He did Red Hot Chili Peppers, Give It Away Now, and not only did he come out just wearing the sock, he talked everybody in the band into doing that. I was not out there for that. And then Margaret Cho went up. She fucking killed it. Harlan Williams sang Eyes Without a Face. He fucking killed it. And then Ron White went up and sang Leonard Skinner, Give Me 3 Steps. I hope somebody took some video of this shit. So I had to follow all of that, and fortunately, it was a great crowd. And so anyway, so in the end, they brought everybody out to sing Highway to Hell, and they kept me on drums. By then, the wig is in the face. I can't see through the fucking sunglasses. And in the end, they just wanted me to keep doing like the cymbal wash thing as they introduced everybody. You know, another round of applause for everybody. And I forgot, and I couldn't see, so I kind of stopped playing, and I kept hearing the guitars. It was a clusterfuck, but it was hilarious. And I want to thank everybody that came out. And I have to tell you, that's the best sounding fucking drum kit I've ever played in my life. 26-inch bass drum, and the way my teacher tuned it up and the way they mic'd it up, it sounded fucking unbelievable. And what I loved was everyone in the band was saying how great the fucking kit sounded. And I don't know, I have to figure out, I swear to God, I have to figure out a place where I can just set that fucking thing up. That's what sucks about having there's no place to play when you play drums. You have a fucking guitar, you can turn down your amp. There's no way to do it. And, you know, as fun as those electronic kits are, I know I'm just talking drums on this, but who gives a shit? I barely ever talk this much about drums. They got these drums. Like, if you live in an apartment, right, the way it go, if you still want to play, is you buy a set of V drums. All right? Those are the best electronic drums, as far as I'm concerned, that are out there. You buy that mid-level one, so it's not that much money. There's always ones used on eBay. And then what I used to do was I would put foam down on the floor, then just build with little 2x4s and some plywood, just build a little drum riser, okay? Put carpet on that, foam, and then another layer of carpet, okay? And then you put the drums on top of that. And then what you do is you go downstairs and you meet your neighbor. You tell him, hey, I play drums. I'll only play during, this is what I used to do. I say, I'm stand-up, I work nights, all right? I'll play during the day. Only Monday through Friday if I'm going to play. I play during the day. If for whatever reason, if you're ever home during those times, here's my phone number. Just call this number and I will immediately stop. I mean, that's just the best you can fucking do. I told this story before. Then the guy ended up being a cunt. You know? One time out of the 5,000 times I played, he ended up being homesick or some shit, or he had a vacation. And he called up, all right? I pick up the phone, I'm like, hello, and he just goes, can you knock it off? Like, right out of the fucking gate. And I was like, all right, Jesus Christ. I was younger then. Now I would have been like, dude, hey, yeah, you don't fucking say that like you said it to me 50 fucking times, you cunt. I gave you my number. I couldn't be any nicer, all right? I'm going to stop, but go fuck yourself. And please call me again if I bug you. And I would have laughed at him, and I would have left it at that. But anyways, the reality is you're not playing drums if you're on an electronic kit. I can't explain it. It's weird, because if you're playing electric guitar, you're really playing guitar. But there's just something about those electronic drums. I don't know. I think most drummers would agree with me. There's something you sit down on electronic drums and you're like, how have I not fucking toured the world as one of the greatest drummers of all time? I sound incredible on this fucking thing. And then what happens is, then you sit down behind a real kit and you actually have to make the sound happen rather than just fucking hitting somewhere on the pad and getting a nice snare sound or a fucking bass drum. Then all of a sudden you get on a real kit. You're like, oh, that's right. That's right. I'm not one of the greatest drummers of all time. It's the exact opposite. I'm one of the worst fucking drummers that ever fucking lived. This is an embarrassment. I should be on an electronic kit because at least those you can turn down. So anyways, I can't stop thinking of how fucking unbelievable those fucking drums sounded. Oh, dude, they sounded so fucking good. In between, we played If You Want Blood, and then when they were bringing everybody out, like, I still had to keep playing them. They sounded so fucking good. Played that beginning beat to In My Time of Dying. They just they sounded fucking amazing. Oh, it's killing me. I swear to God. Why the fuck did I build a gym out of because I didn't want to be a fat fuck. That would be hilarious if I built a drum room instead and I put those things out there. Nobody could hear it. And then I didn't work out and I got fat and I started looking. You ever see those awful pictures of John Bonham when he had the fucking wife beater on? Jesus Christ. Dude, he's like 27 years old back then. Like, people just looked so fucking old. I don't know what was going on back in the day. You know, like they just showed that fucking lunatic, John Hinkley, who shot Ronald Reagan, shot Brady in the head, totally altered that guy's life, quality of life. Forget how many fucking people he shot. They just let that guy out. And oh, by the way, he was obsessed with Jodie Foster because he kept watching her in Taxi. And I think she was like 13 years old in that fucking thing. Yeah, let's let that guy out. That's a good thing to do. Jesus fucking Christ. The guy's been in there for 35 fucking years. What's he going to do? Is he going to go work at one of those yogurt shops? I mean, what exactly is... The guy has no fucking resume. You know, do you imagine that guy's fucking resume? What it must be? Like, it'd just be like, all right, Mr. Hinkley, let's see here. And he was 25 when he got arrested. 1980, 81. Let's see. So let's say he was a go-getter. He got his first job at 16. So he would have had 9 years on his resume. That takes us back to about 1972. Let's see. In 1972, you had a job stocking shelves in a grocery store. He did that for a couple years. And you got a job at a bowling alley. It's going to be all 70s shit, right? And then you shot the president. All right. And then there's a, 35-year gap. Okay. Shot the president in 1981, and now you want to work here at Staples. Tell you what, we're going to put this in the bin. I'm going to have my manager look at it. I want to thank you for coming in. And no. There's no reason to contact us. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. I don't understand that. This is what I think they should do. They should fucking transfer Hinkley to wherever the fuck Charlie Manson is. All right? Then you stick them in side-by-side cells, and then they just host a reality show. You know, neither one of them has seen the outside world for roughly the same time. Whatever. Charlie Manson's got like 10, 12 years on him, but at that point, once you're up to 35 fucking years, you know, I've been in for 47 years. That doesn't fucking make a difference. All right? You just have them just fucking talk locally. Locally? No, just have them talk about just, random shit. You just show them a video, give them a little glimpse of the outside world. Hey, Charlie Manson, what'd you think about Lady Gaga's meat dress? Or whatever the fuck's going on in the world. I don't know. All right, that's a bad idea. Or is it? Was that a good reality show? We've taken some of the most infamous criminals of the past 50 years, stuck them all in a circle of cells, and your eyes won't believe what happens next. What's funny is I could probably get to at least the second level of pitching that show. Strong interest before the whole thing fell apart, and they realized, like, well, wait a minute, how the fuck are we going to transfer this guy to the other prison? The overhead's too high. All right. There's always a moment with every podcast where it goes off the fucking rails, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's this moment right here. This is the moment right now where I wonder, what the fuck am I going to talk about next? Dude, that guy's 60 fucking years old now. He spent from 25 to 60 years old in a fucking nut house. And they're gonna let him out now. What fucking job is a 60-year-old? Yeah, you got any computer skills? He's sitting there. What are those? You mean those giant things from the $6 Million Man? No, they're like, they weigh like fucking 3 pounds now. He probably thinks it's a plastic book. I don't know what they said. They're going to fucking try to monitor this guy. What the fuck is wrong with this? I don't understand it. I don't understand that. And this is another thing, too. If you're going to fucking give a guy 35 fucking years, just put him out of his fucking misery. Right? I don't know. What would you rather do? Would you rather spend 30 years in 35 years, 25 to 60, knowing at 60 you're getting out, or they can give you the old right there, Fred? Your choice. I think I'd choose a firing squad if I had to go out. Fucking get electrocuted. You know? Or have you put me down like some old collie with a little fucking injection? I don't want that shit. Who would want that? I don't. Just fucking have me in front of a firing squad, right? Hey, do me not in the face. Just fucking center mass. Boom, done, over. All right, here we go. Did I mention, I can't remember because I started this podcast a couple of times here. Did I mention I got some new dates coming up? Okay, I've mentioned the European dates. I got some new dates coming up that are going on sale this Friday. And I'm very excited about this because these are the shows. These are the shows that I'm doing as I'm getting ready to do my 5th hour-long stand-up special. Very proud of that. My 5 special anniversary. Okay. Here we go. I got a makeup date coming up. Hey, it's coming up. This is in Huntington, New York at the Paramount Theater. Wednesday, September 7th. There's a 7 p.m. and a 10 p.m. show. This is the makeup show for that show that I canceled due to weather out on Long Island earlier this year. Back in January, I believe. Finally making that one up. And then on September 8th, I'm in at the Charleston Galliard Center in Charleston, South Carolina. September 10th, I'm in Norfolk, Virginia at Chrysler Hall. September 11th, Sunday, I'm in Richmond, Virginia at the Altria Theater. And then let's see, the next weekend, I'm swimming with great white sharks. I'll tell you about that later. Oh, Jesus, getting over a fear. Stupid. Thursday, September 29th, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin at the Orpheum Theater. October 1st, holy fucking shit! Does that say Omaha, Nebraska? Is this going to be my triumphant return to I have not been in Nebraska since I was always doing college gigs. I can't remember the last time I was there. The Orpheum Theater. Okay? That's going down on October 1st, all right? This is when we're getting down to crunch time. We're getting closer to the special. Thursday, October 6th, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia at the Fox Theater. Friday, October 7th, I'm in Gainesville, Florida. All right? What the fuck would a goddamn Yankee like me be doing down in Gainesville, Florida on Friday, October 7th? Well, I'll tell you what, boy, I'm going to tell you what. That's because on October 8th, the LSU Tigers are playing the Florida Gators down there in the swamp. I cannot fucking wait to go to that game. I love both those programs, and I've always been a dream of mine as a sports fan to go into that stadium before they tear it down and give them some new flashy new one that fucking looks like everybody else's. I just want to see the layout. Like that whole section of that weird wall where it just says the swamp, like, what the was that one of those multi-purpose stadiums that they used to be able to spin it around and to make it a baseball diamond, and then after a while it just broke and they said, fuck it, it's a football field? I have no idea, but I want to go see that. Very unique looking stadium, and their fans are fucking awesome, and it's SEC football. And then from Saturday, October 15th to Thursday, October 20th, I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. at the National Theater. Now, what's great about that is I'll be doing probably a couple shows a night. Oh, it's a theater. No, actually, no. Maybe I'll just be doing one a night. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but that's the crunch time. I'm working every single Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, doing a little residency, I believe is what they call, before I get ready to do my special. And I never write my shit down. And this time, there's a few things that I think I'm actually going to try writing out and then improvising on it and just seeing how it goes on this special, just to try something different. You know, I'm always trying to do something a little different. Can't be giving you the same old bill every fucking special, right? So I'm very excited about that. I'm ridiculously excited about the European tour coming up. Not excited about the long flight. And, the lovely Nia will not be going with me to those fucking shows. I'm just doing it because it's a thrash. I mean, it's all right for me because I get the high of doing the show, but she's just going to be getting fucking, hey, you like this city? All right, here's another one, every fucking day. I think that would get a little old, but so, anywho, I think that's it, right? Is that my little half hour? Did I do my little fucking penance for the week here? Huh? Oh, I'm 7 seconds underneath. Thank you to everybody, once again, that came out to the goddamn Comedy Jam, and thank you to Josh Adam Myers and all those guys for letting me. I got to play at the Roxy, dude. Dressed as John Bonham, playing a 71 Ludwig. I mean, fucking, you know what I mean? That's some shit someday when I'm fucking old and I'm staring at the wall, still drinking, of course. I'm going out like Peter O'Toole, right? Still fucking drinking. I'm just going to have the greatest smile on my face just thinking about shit like that. Like, I fucking did that. That was so much fucking fun. And it was just great. I will do that show as long as they fucking do it. And so that's it. And yeah, that's it. Now I'm off to Ireland. Next time I talk to you, I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know where I'm going to be, laddie. I think I'm going to be over in... I think I'll have already done the 3 dates in Ireland, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. All I know is I think I drive from Bristol to Manchester, England, and if I have time, I have to pay my respects at John Bonham's grave, and I have to do it. I'm going to do it. No fucking selfie, none of that bullshit. Try to do it in a classy fucking way. You know what I mean? I always remember because I went to Elvis's house one time and I just felt bad. I went there to actually laugh, like, oh, I'll get a bit out of this. And I went into his house, Graceland, and I just felt bad. I just felt like I was intruding on the guy's personal life. And, dude, they had like a gift shop across the street with like Elvis cuckoo clocks. Like, that guy's one of the most exploited fucking entertainers of all fucking time. I mean, the guy's been dead for almost 40 years. They're still making money off his fucking image. Then in the end, you walk by his grave in the back, and it's just like a bunch of people just walking by and yammering and saying dumb shit, and just the sound of fucking flip-flops and poverty just walking by. It was just bad. It's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, and Elvis had the 3 TVs because he used to like to watch all the fucking games, and the TVs are all fucking out of date. But you know something? When I went in there, into his house, I really saw how fucking... Like, yeah, this must have been the only place that this guy could go to escape how famous he was, and it must have been really nice for him to be here and just be able to chill and relax. And it's just really fucking ironic that this place that was so peaceful for him is now we're all traipsing through it, all trying to stretch our heads and look up the upstairs so maybe you can see the toilet that he fucking collapsed from, you know? It's really bad. All right, I guess I'm going to end on that. All right, and I commend anybody who really honestly sits there and watches these Republican and Democratic national conventions at this point. If you can actually sit through there. I didn't watch it, but did the fucking guy there, Bernie Sanders, did he just completely flip-flop and endorse Hillary? Is that what he did? I mean, just how can another thing I just don't understand is how you can sit there watching somebody in a debate, trashing somebody and trashing them, saying why they think they're going to be awful. And then when the person they say is going to be awful beats them, they then just do a fucking 180 and be like, I think this person that I said sucked is going to make a great president and has my full endorsement. So anyways, all right, that's it. I'm done yapping. That's it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still fucking buzzing off that fucking show Monday night. I still can't believe I got to fucking do that. So cool. So fucking cool. That's it. All right. Go fuck yourselves. Have a great weekend, you cunts, and I'll talk to you on Monday. All right. I fucked up. I got a couple of reads I got to do here. I didn't see them. All right. Club W. Daddy owns a ranch. Innovative concept. I'm gonna pick this copy here. Have you ever been in the wine aisle at your local store just staring at the massive selection of wine with no idea which bottle of booze to choose from? Most of us go with the bottle that has the best-looking label and hope that it's going to be good. Well, the days of playing Russian roulette with your wine selections are over because at Club W, looking out for the terrorist, is a revolutionary new wine club that takes the guesswork out of choosing your wine. They have a simple 6-question palate quiz that will match you with delicious, high-quality wine you are guaranteed to love. The best part is that at Club W, friends with Dick Cheney, will actually ship your wine straight to your door. No more going to the store and being lost in the wine aisle. Love wine? We've got the perfect wine for you.
at Club W. Is that Donald Rumsfeld? Club W is a revolutionary wine club that delivers high-quality wine straight to your door. They partner with the innovative winemakers from all over the world to produce a wide variety of small lot handcrafted wines for their members. With Club W, Saddam tried to kill my daddy. I'm going to go get him, put on my boots. Weapons of mass destruction. You have the freedom to pick up and choose the types of wine and the number of bottles you receive each month. The best part is they offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on every single bottle. Start drinking personalized wine selection today. Try Club W. I'm going to dance. I don't care if it's a funeral. All right, that's it. Now, where the fuck do people go to get this? Is there anything here? I don't know. $20. Okay, right. Go right now. Club W is offering listeners $20 off your first order when you go to clubw.com/Burr. And it gets even better. I know you hate paying for shipping and all that shit, so Club W. Well, I'm going to buy some land in an aquifer. We'll actually pay for your shipping on orders of 4 bottles or more. So take something off your to-do list. Join clubw.com/Burr to get $20 off your first order now. That's clubw.com/Burr. All right, last one. No, let me just hit stop here. All right, what is it about buying a mattress that leaves you feeling violated? Is it the pushy people, the fake President's Day sale, or the fact that you know you'll regret what you bought as soon as you do the walk of shame out of the mattress store? Those days are over, thanks to Helix Sleep, where you can buy a mattress online customized for you for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Thousands? Who the fuck pays $1,000 for a mattress? Jesus. Some high-quality whore right there. Go to Helix.com first, answer a few simple questions, and Helix creates your custom sleep profile to build you the perfect mattress. The result, our customers report 30% improvement in their overall quality of sleep. Your mattress will arrive at your door in about a week. Shipping is 100% free. You have 100 nights to try it out. If you don't love it, they'll pick it up for free. Gross! And give you a 100% refund. No questions asked. It's like it never happened. Yeah, Jesus. If you do love the new Helix mattress, keep it and your dignity. That's why everyone from GQ Magazine to Forbes are talking about Helix Sleep. Go to helixsleep.com/Burr and get $50 off your order. That's helixsleep.com/Burr. Hey! helixsleep.com/Burr.
Were watching hers, they closed, and I was still asleep. For when my hand was holding hers, she whispered words and I awoke, faintly bouncing round the room, the echo of whomever spoke. And I awoke, faintly bouncing round the room, the echo of whomever spoke.
Hey, what's going on? This is Bill Burr. It's the Monday Morning Podcast, and this is the third attempt at trying to be even remotely amusing on this thing because I've been on vacation the last week, and I'm too happy and I'm too relaxed. Had a great time. It's down in Nantucket, one of the whitest places on the planet. I'll tell you what's funny. I just literally had to pause when I said one of the whitest things because someone of color was coming by. And for some reason, I thought that it was going to be viewed as racist. Like I was actually going like, yeah, it was really white. It was awesome. It was actually, it was so white, I believe my level of whiteness was actually offensive, if you can believe it. And, yeah, very, I can't explain the wealth there. It's, I don't know. I was staying out in Sconset, which is even more snooty than Nantucket. But if you ever get out there, here's a little tip I'll give you. Take a trip of the fucking brewery out there. What the hell's the name of it? Cisco Brewers. They make their own beer, wine, and vodka out there. And go on their website. If you're a big vodka drinker, Cisco.com, I believe, or just look up Cisco Brewers, CISCO. I'm telling you, this shit is smoother than Grey Goose. It's unbelievable. I guess the island sits on an aquifer. The amount of times people told me that in the last week, it's just some point it would come up. This island sits on an aquifer. And like you, I was like, what the fuck is an aquifer? Except I was on vacation, so the fuck wasn't there. It was more like, oh, and what might an aquifer be? Evidently, I don't know what it is. I was going to go on the internet and I was going to look it up. But as far as I could tell from the drunk people in their boat shoes and their Tiger Woods shorts, they were saying that Nantucket was formed from a glacier. And somehow, it sits on fresh water. And the water trickles under all kinds of bedrock and shit from Massachusetts and shit. That just really killed the cleanness of the water. Yeah, it fucking comes from Massachusetts and shit. It's like really fucking clear. But it goes right underneath the ocean. And I guess it comes right up, and that's how they make their vodka taste so good. I learned that. Been drinking all my life, and I had no idea that the cleaner the water, the smoother and more pure your hard stuff is. So maybe that's why all those hillbillies are making moonshine up in the Appalachian Trail. You ever talk to somebody, not 10 people I know who've walked the Appalachian Trail, somehow got Lyme disease. And, I'm all up for an adventure, but when you get, like, a disease that they did an episode about on Little House on the Prairie, you know what I mean? Basically some 1800 shit. You know what I mean? You get AIDS, I'll look the other way. I mean, we've all put the gun to our head, you know what I'm saying? That's a modern disease. But you get, like, typhoid fever or the plague. I'll tell you what's fucked up, man. I was reading this book on the population, and I think I talked about this. I can't remember. Last week I was doing podcasts from a bathroom in this cabin I was staying at because it's the only place I could get some sort of cell phone service. But I was reading this book about population. And basically, I think medicine's what really fucked us over. A lot of people think it's dumb people fucking and creating more people that's really caused the population problem. But it isn't. It's smart people giving dumb people penicillin that has caused the population explosion. And I can't stress to you enough, having traveled as much as I had, truly, how many people need to die in an avalanche for us to ever save the polar bears? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Got a goddamn sunburn on my brain here. All right, if you're new to my page, man, I got a big thing coming up here. I was saying last week my special was coming out on August 23rd. They just moved the date. I have my own 1-hour stand-up special coming out on Comedy Central on August 31st. All right, and it's called Why Do I Do This? And it's actually coming on after one of Dane Cook's specials, which is great because he has like 9 million fans. So if a third of them hang around, it's going to be a great thing for me. August 31st. And this week my CD comes out, will be in stores of the same name. It's basically a CD of the special that's coming out on the 31st. And in September, the DVD will be coming out. So look for all that in stores. I'll have more information this week, and I'll be putting something up on my website as far as to give you all that information. But let's get down to the podcast questions because my flight's going to be leaving here soon. My flight to Charlotte and then on to L.A. I don't know why I got the connecting flight. Seemed like a good idea. It's fucking stupid. All right, Bill, with all the latest postings, what the fuck did my laptop just do? What are you doing? Cut it out. Hang on. You know that when you try to click on something and then it selects it and then it just starts going 90 miles an hour down the page? All right. Bill, with all this posting of spontaneous crowd members, heckles, and interruptions, it's getting me wondering about a couple of things. All right, I butchered reading that question. They're basically saying in the last month I put a couple of postings on YouTube and on my MySpace page of people yelling out random shit during my shows. Her question is, his question, I don't know who sent this, you seem to be pretty nice generally to these people, even if they're being a dick. But I'm sure that's not always the case. Have you ever offended someone to the point of them trying to fight you or made someone cry or something else really awkward. Actually, you know what? The two people heckling me, the lady going, "Thank you," and the guy who was in the crowd who was blind, neither one of them were being malicious, which is why I wasn't being malicious back to them. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I work it. If someone's being a dick to me, I become a nuclear dick to them because you have to out-dick them. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. You gotta go 10 times meaner than they're ever going to go. You know what I mean? It's like that Untouchables. They bring a knife, you bring a gun. You know, they make fun of your fucking head. You talk about their mother's vagina cancer or something. I know, it's disgusting, right? But I don't make the rules. That's how it works. All right? You want to change the stand-up world? You go do the late show. You go do the third show Saturday night in the middle of fucking nowhere, and you tell me that vaginal cancer does not seem like a viable means of self-defense. I'm not wishing that on anybody, but I'm not above bringing it up and wishing it on a crowd member. I don't know. And his hypothetical mother. All right, that was brutal. Anyways, have you ever offended someone to the point of them trying to fight you? Yeah, I had one girl chase me around the stage one time. And I didn't know what to do, you know, because she was a broad, and if I hit her, I'm going to go to jail, which is a funny thing about that, you know what I mean? It's like they're getting up there, and they got a glass, and they want to smash it over your head. You know, I'm not trying to be a dick, but at the end of the day, that is, you know, the average woman weighs over 100 pounds. You know, upwards of 150, you know, the average broad out there, you know. They got some D titties. They might be pushing 160. Who knows, right? You start swinging a glass, you know. I never took a physics class, but you can really fuck somebody up. But for some reason, because they have a vagina, cancer-free, of course, all of a sudden now I have to stand there. There's really no way to get out of it without looking like a tool. You either stand there and you let some girl smash you over the head. B, you run away and you look like the biggest fag ever. Or C, you blast them in the face and, you know, then you look like, you know, you look like a wife beater. Rather than, no, there was another adult with a rational brain who had a glass, which is considered is that attempted murder? If you smash a bottle over somebody's head, that's assault with a deadly weapon. I do know that. As is if you bump into somebody with your car. I learned that other one. I'll tell you that story here in a minute. Basically what happens is this lady came up on stage, so I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I just picked up the mic stand, and I put it between her and myself, sort of alligator-armed it. Didn't have it extended way out because that would seem too hostile. So I kind of had it, you know, I didn't want to have it up against me because that would defeat the purpose. So I kind of had it halfway, you know. So it was like I was extending an olive branch in a way. And I basically backed up in a circle. And she was so drunk she kept following me until, I think she got tired. It was Dangerfields where it happened. And, of course, there's no security there, so they're probably just sitting there laughing in their Ocean's 11 waist-length red coats. Fuck it. Why am I even trying to be funny here? I'm too relaxed. I'll be funny next week. I already forgot the story that I told you I was going to tell you. Jesus Christ. Let me go back here a second. What the fuck was I? I was talking about being on stage, somebody chasing you. Oh, the car thing. Oh, that's right. One time I was in a car, right? And I was driving. Isn't that unbelievable? Yeah, I know. I'm living an amazing life. Driving down the street, and I put on my left directional to get into the left lane. So there's this lady in the left lane, but there's enough room for me to get in. But she does the cunty thing. She stomps on the gas, right? So, you know, trying not to let me in, you know what I mean? And drives, you know, she basically cut me off. She doesn't let me in. So when I get behind her, I beep at her. So she beeps at me. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm right. You cut me off. I beep back at her. And then she just snapped. She just slammed on the horn and held it all the way up to this red light, which was like a football field away. She just went like, for like a half a mile, staring at me. I could see her. Beady eyes staring at me in the rearview mirror. Came all the way up to the red light. And the second she stopped, I just beeped real quick. I went beep, just to piss her off, just so I'd get it last, you know. The next thing you know, I just see her reverse lights come on. And she fucking, She backed into the front of my car, really lightly. And I'm like, what the fuck is this girl doing? And then I see her reaching into the glove box, and I was like, oh, my God, she's got a gun. And there was somebody behind me, so I couldn't get out. And I'm not going to lie to you, I panicked. I didn't know what to do. So she jumps out of the car. And, you know, I rolled down my window like a crack because I'm so scared, right? You know, this psycho lady. I'm like, what's your problem? She ended up having a pad and a piece of paper. And she wrote down my license plate number. Then she jumped in the car, and she drove away. And fortunately, somebody saw it, and they said, hey, was that a friend of yours? Because that's how lightly she hit me. I said, no, that was some psycho, and the person gave me their business card, which I kept. So, because I'm a fucking moron, I just completely forgot about it. And next thing you know, I'm on the road, and all of a sudden I get a phone call. Yes, hello, this is Officer Shepard calling from the El Segundo Police Department, investigating a hit-and-run possible assault with a deadly weapon. Basically what she did was she backed her car into my car and then said I rear-ended her. But I had the business card, so I was able to get out of it. And, you know, who knows? Who knows what would have happened? You know, I could have gone to jail, and someone would have tried to rape me, and then I'd have to kill him. And then I'd be like Tom Selleck in that really bad movie, you know? That's why I like Shawshank Redemption. That's the only one where the dude actually, they show what would happen if an accountant goes to jail. You know? He doesn't start lifting weights and somehow take over the jail. No. You know what happens? He gets fucking raped. And he gets raped for years. And that's why you always want to have a fucking alibi. Okay? Especially if you're having a bad marriage, if you're going through a tough time, whenever you go out, always make sure you got a friend with you. Okay? Because if you don't, someday when someone does you the favor of whacking that fucking chick that you're sick of, they're going to blame it on you. And then you know what? You're going to get raped repeatedly unless you're good at math. You know, and the warden's a piece of shit, and you shine his shoes or whatever the fuck that plays out. I don't know. Look, all I know is this. I got a special coming out August 31st called Why Do I Do This? Please, do me a favor. Tell as many people as you know, and even people you don't know. Just bug people. Just tell them to watch it. It's August 31st. My CD's coming out this week. August 31st, Comedy Central, and then my DVD comes out in September. I don't know why it's happening like this, but that's the way it's happening. So please watch that and then come out and see me because I've already written a whole new hour because I'm the shit. You know, that's why I'm not the shit. You know, who's getting to? I'm fucking, I'm on my way to being the shit. I'm trying to be the shit, all right? That's why I wrote another. That's the real reason why I wrote another hour. Actually, that's not the real reason. The real reason why I wrote it is because I'm so fucking paranoid once my material has been out there that, you know, that's a big nightmare of mine, being on stage, telling a joke, and having the whole crowd going, you already did that on TV. What the fuck? And then I just start bombing, and then somehow it spreads across the internet. No one ever goes to my shows again. I got to move back in with my parents. Then I'm working in a warehouse again. I'm loading trucks. You know what I mean? Catastrophizing, I believe, is the thought process. Okay, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I'm going to be at the Comedy Works. These are the gigs in August. I'm going to be at the Comedy Works in Denver, Colorado, starting this Thursday. I think that's July 31st through Saturday night, August 2nd. And you go to my website, BillBurr.com, to get all the information. I'll be at the Miami Improv somewhere around August 12th. I don't have the fucking dates in front of me. They're sitting right there on the MySpace page. You can see them. And then after that, I believe I'm doing the Stress Factory in New Jersey. Sorry, I got the hiccups now. I'm trying to think if I can remember any more podcast questions. Somebody asked me a great question. I didn't copy it, but it was copy and pasted where I can read it right now. What the fuck was it? It had something to do. What is the most overrated thing you ever saw in your life, and what do you think is the most underrated? And that's too big a topic to just come up with one answer. I'm going to answer even more of it next week, but the shit off the top of my head that I could say was the most overrated shit of all time, let's see, Josh Hartnett, The Strokes, Tony Mandarich. Any old sports fans out there? Remember that guy, the Incredible Bulk? guy was an offensive lineman. They put him on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I don't know what they thought he was going to fucking do, but he didn't do it. What else was overrated? Fame. Not being famous, just that TV show, Fame. Everybody seems to love that show. Bruce Springsteen. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. You know, the guy sells out Giant Stadium 19 times in a row. So it's got to be me. But I'll tell you, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. So I guess that's not underrated. That would be. How about here's a good one for you guys. Why don't you guys answer me this one? What's the most popular thing that everybody was into that you didn't get? Okay, and I'm not trashing Bruce Springsteen like he's fucking In Sync or a boy band. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like those fucking plastic see-through clogs that everybody seems to be wearing now, Crocs. I don't get it. The only person who wears shoes like that is fucking Mario Batali, okay? And unless you can make pasta through the well method, you shouldn't be wearing those fucking things, okay? I didn't care if you were on Hell's Kitchen, which is the worst fucking show on TV. I just can't believe the way those people sit there and they let that guy yell at them. It's bad enough you got to go, yes, chef. You know what I'm saying? It's like he won a war or something. Fucking guy makes tuna tartare. Get over yourself. I ever had a child who just allowed themselves to be yelled at by a fucking chef to that level. That guy looks like an in-shape Bobby Kelly. I know Bobby Kelly's losing weight. You guys should go encourage him, by the way. He looked great last time I saw him. I'm looking at the after picture of Bobby Kelly walking by that he will get to because I have faith in him. What else? What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, the shit that everybody's into that I just don't get. I'll tell you something that's really fucking underrated. Water. Water's really underrated. Water is one of the most underrated things of all time. There's no reason for Coke, soda, these fucking sports drinks, the electrolytes and all that shit. Just drink some water. I'll tell you what else is underrated. If you eat a banana, an apple, and an orange, and then later on in the day, even if you just have a house salad, you will be as regular as a fucking racehorse. All these stupid shows on commercials where they're giving people pills, all these fucking old people, whose bowels aren't working anymore. It's like if they would just eat some fruit. You know what I mean? Eat some fruit and then have a fucking salad, and I'm telling you, Moon River. Any Fletch fans out there? What else? What else is fucking... I'll tell you, what? I'll tell you, the one thing that ever lived up to the hype was the iPod. The iPod is one of the few things, you know what I'm saying, that ever lived up to the hype. And speaking of hype, I'm going to see Batman this week. And as far as I know, Heath Ledger lives up to the hype playing the Joker. I'll tell you what's fucked up. Somebody had the amount of people who came up to me with theories as to why because people thought he killed himself rather than he sort of took the wrong stuff at the wrong time, you know what I mean? Wrong amount, Somebody told me, he goes, you know what? I know why. I know why he killed himself. He was losing his hair. Can you fucking believe that? It was one of the dumbest. Like he couldn't he couldn't afford fucking hair plugs, or get one of those John Travolta wigs. You know what I'm saying? Or just shave your fucking head. Take a nod from me. You know what I mean? Why would you kill yourself? I just did it. I don't buy that. The guy didn't kill himself. He just, unfortunately, I don't know what happened. I'm going to try to act like I'm Trapper John, MD here, which I'm not, obviously. I haven't even played a doctor on TV, have I? No, I haven't. I like how it only took me 8 seconds to run mentally through my whole fucking acting career. So anyways, what time is it here? Oh, shit. All right, my plane's going to be boarding here in a few minutes. once again, thanks to everybody who came out to my shows in Pittsburgh. Please, everybody, watch my special on August 31st called Why Do I Do This on Comedy Central. My CD comes out this week, I believe, on August 4th or 5th. Try to find that in stores. And you guys really seem to be liking these random videos that I've been making. I've just been kind of taping every set that I do. And if I'm basically is what I'm going to do is if I just go off on a riff that's kind of specific to that city, or if I have a good back and forth with somebody, it's a great way to give you guys some new laughs without me having to burn any material. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I'm saying? All right, that's it. You guys all have a good week. Thanks for listening to my podcast. And I'm working on a new website, and I will be putting all of my blogs up there. Okay? That's why I haven't blogged in a while. I have been blogging, but I have not posted any of them because evidently the Facebooks, the MySpace, and the Friendsters, they own anything you post up there, they own. Like, I can still make a book of my blogs, which is what I'd like to do, but so can they. And, I don't like working for free. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like doing that. So, I'm just going to start. The way I'll blog on MySpace from here on out is I will just put something, hey, I wrote a blog, and then I'll just put a link to my website. That's how I'm going to do it. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm blogging for me. I'm blogging to make you guys laugh. I'm not blogging to give fucking Rupert Murdoch some more free content. All right? And that is it. You guys all have a good week, and I will talk to you later. Please go out and buy my CD in stores this week. I believe it's August 4th. I really wish I had the date. I don't fucking know. August 4th to August 5th. Just look for it. Why do I do this? In stores. Tell me what you think. And keep those podcast questions coming. And let me know some of the shit that you think is overrated or you think is underrated. And the one thing that, I don't know, people are just totally fucking into when you're not, which might be the same thing as saying something's overrated. I don't know. There you go. Why don't you send me the definition of overrated, too? All right. Have a good week. Bye.
But I was sure the sirens sang their song for me. They dance above me as I sink. I see them through a crystal haze and hear their sweet sound bouncing round the never-ending coral maze. The crystal haze, and hear them bouncing round the room, the never-ending coral maze. Then before and now once more I'm bouncing round the room. Time in and once again I'm bouncing round the room. Got time in and once again I'm bouncing around the room. Got time in and once again I'm bouncing around the room. Time in and once again I'm bouncing around the room. Time in and once again I'm bouncing around the room. Time in and once again I'm bouncing around the room. Time in and once again I'm bouncing around the room. Time in and once again I'm bouncing around the room. That time in, once again I'm bouncing around the room. That time in, once again I'm bouncing around the room. That time in, once again I'm bouncing around the room.